I was talking this week with the CEO of a company called Curator, this guy Jimmy Mackin. Love the way he thinks about the industry, and he's a great copywriter. And he said one thing that really stuck with me: there's never been a better time than right now to be a great agent. It resonates deeply with me because when I got in 2012, it was a very challenging market, challenging times like we're experiencing right now in 2023. So not only is there not a better time to be a great agent, there's never been a better time to build your personal business and to build the foundation of the next chapter of your life. It's such an opportunity in these types of times to grow exponentially. This is why, like when I'm always talking about being the knowledge broker, this kind of stuff, it's like a catchy phrase, but it's why absorbing more data than anybody else is what is going to, that agent in the next 5 years that ends up in the top of the MLS that's actually able to still get 5 and 6%, because that's going to change, is going to be that agent that says, yeah, I've read that, and I've also read that, and here's this other survey that actually came out last week. The one you're referring to came out 45 days ago. Being able to rattle stuff off is going to build confidence in the person that you're talking to and know that they are with the right consultant. It's really critical. When he said, we have such a big footprint in Connecticut, expanded search criteria, that really resonated with me because that was my big advantage in 2012. A lot of agents, as the market contracted, and it was at the bottom point in 2012, that had been in it a while, they just wanted to stay in their one little town. Well, just like today, sales are dropping. So if you just stay in one little area, you're competing with a very small segment, right? And so the agents that are willing to go, and in a state where we can, it's not, we don't have big cities here in Connecticut, that are willing to go a larger area are just going to meet more people. And so many people in Stamford, no people in New Haven, no people in West Hartford, no people, you start to really connect the dots on how small this state is. I want to sell a $700,000 house, but then you're hanging out at a place that you're comfortable, a bar or whatever that you're comfortable with, that have a bunch of $250,000 homeowners. It doesn't work that way. So you got to go and hang out in the environment that you're trying to network in. And so the conversation Lee and I were having, I said, Lee, how many coffee shops in New London County do you know that attorneys hang out at? He's like, I don't know. Well, Muddy Waters and Washington Street are two that come top of mind to me. If you just hang out there, you will see attorneys walk in. And you know these attorneys because you do plenty of deals. And so then you bump into them. Muddy Waters is just an attorney cesspool in New London. And so you will see attorneys, and you just sit there and you start conversations. I said to Lee, how many, besides Pat Kenny, because he's my buddy, he's on the radio, how many financial advisors do you have in your phone? None. They're talking to people that are ready to retire, ready to make a move. Yeah. I said, why don't you talk to my buddy Seth and start networking with all the people he works with? He's like, and it's because I said Seth because he went to the same town, or grew up in the same town as we did. He lives in Stonington. He's like, yeah, but he's building a great business. So what the hell's the problem? I think Seth's a great guy. But he's like, maybe I'll find somebody else. I'm like, the point is just find some financial planners that you can grab a coffee with and go, because financial planners are doing nothing all day, by the way. They're watching CNBC in the morning, they're making their calls, and then they're trying to figure out in the afternoon what time they're going to go home. How early is it to go home before somebody says, well, gee, you're home early again. Their book of business, it's like up in a cloud, they've got somebody's portfolio and it's just running in the background. So it's really just them trying to get people not to take their money out. So they're open to having coffee and lunch and stuff in the afternoon. So if you don't have appointments, go have those types of appointments.